In this video, I'm explaining you assessments of IGCSE Physics 0625. You can see we have paper 1, paper 3, paper 5 and paper 6. For students, they are appearing for paper 1, 3 and out of paper 5 and paper 6, they have to choose one of the paper. Either the students have to write paper 5 or they have to write paper 6. Exactly like this, extended students, they are writing paper 2, multiple choice, then they are writing paper 4, theory paper, then either they have to write paper 5 or paper 6. What does it mean? That this assessment, which is paper 5 and paper 6, it is common in core and extended. One important thing which you have to know, that if, for example, you are appearing in any examination series, we say that you are appearing in June 2026, you are appearing for IGCSE Physics 0625. In that case, you cannot appear for these assessments. In Cambridge O-Level Physics 054, this physics which is 921, and the physical science which is 0652. So for all of these assessments, you cannot appear in the same examination series when you are appearing for physics IGCSE 0625. But if, for example, in June 2026, you are appearing for chemistry, you are appearing for physics, you are appearing for biology, then in the next series, October-November 2026, you can appear for combined science. It means this combined science or any other curriculum which is being offered by the Cambridge, out of these, student can appear in the next examination series, not in the same examination series. It means we cannot write all these assessments parallel to each other. Particularly, I would like to mention here those students who have to complete their 7 subjects or 8 subjects. So what they do, they are writing in one examination series, physics, chemistry, and biology. And in the next examination series, they are writing the combined science or any other qualification they can choose. Now, Cambridge is offering these qualifications in June and November. March series is available only in India. Remember, if the student is appearing for the core assessments, then the student can get maximum C grade. But if the student is appearing for the extended assessments, then the student can get maximum A star. The difference between the core and the extended, if you have a look here, I have put here as a sample the very first unit, motion, forces and energy. You can see here under the chapter of physical quantities and measurement techniques, you can have 3 learning outcomes. Core students, they have to make sure that they're understanding these 3 learning outcomes and they will be assessed on these 3 learning outcomes. But those students who are writing the extended examination, they have to cover the learning outcomes 4, 5, 6 and 7 as well. Exactly like this, when you'll go ahead to the other chapters and the other units, you will find the learning outcomes under core and a supplement for each chapter, for each unit. Those students who are appearing for the extended examination, they have to make sure they are learning both sets of learning outcomes, core and supplement. But those who are appearing for core, it's enough for them to learn core learning outcomes. Now we would like to see that what assessments core students are writing and what assessment extended students they are writing. If you see here, we have paper 1 multiple choice. Now, paper 1 multiple choice for the core students, 45 minutes, 40 marks, and 40 questions are there. Each question has 4 options. Student has to choose one of the correct option there. This is for the core. While parallel to this, extended students, they are appearing for paper 2. This is extended. This is the same paper like paper 1, but the difference is in paper 1, examiner is covering only the core learning outcomes, while in paper 2, examiner is covering the supplement as well along with the core. So duration is the same. You can see 45 minutes. Marks, same 40 marks. Number of questions, same 40 questions are there. Each question has 4 options. And you can see that paper 1, it is 30% of the uh, total assessment. Exactly like this, paper 2, which extended students are writing, that's also 30%. Then the second assessment, which core students are writing, that's the paper 3. This is a paper 3 here. This is a structured paper. In this paper, student they're getting 1 hour and 15 minutes duration. Total marks of the paper 80. Short answers you are getting, and the structured questions you are getting over there. And total 50% of the assessment paper 3 is covering. In this paper, only the core learning outcomes will be covered. But parallel to this, if you see the extended assessments, that's the paper 4. Now paper 4 is extended. Same like paper 3, it is covering 1 hour, 15 minutes, total marks 80, short answer, structured questions, and it will be externally assessed. It is also covering, if we see, 50% of 50% of the total assessment. Now we have the third assessment. Third assessment is common. What does it mean? That either you are writing the extended examination or you are writing the core examination. This assessment will be common for both students. Either you have to choose paper 5, which is a practical test, or you have to choose paper 6. Most of the schools, they are choosing paper 6, alternative to practical, easy to manage as well. And you can have a look here for the practical test. 1 hour 15 minutes is the duration. 40 marks are there. Question will be based on the experimental skills in section 4. In paper 5, students, they go to the laboratory, they're getting the exam paper, they have to perform the practical, they have to collect the data, they have to record the data, they have to plot the graph, and they have to give the final conclusions of their readings. But alternative to practical, which is 1 hour exam only, and 40 marks are there, and the question will be based upon the experimental skills, but these are only theoretical. Alternative to practical, students, they are not performing any practical in this assessment. Just they will be given one scenario, and they have to write the procedures, they have to write the planning, they have to plot the graph with the help of the given data. Sometimes they make their own data based upon the given data using the different relations. So it's a 20% of the total assessment, and this is also 20% of the total assessment. So if I will summarize this one, so I can say here that those students who are writing the core examination, they are appearing for paper 1, then they are appearing for paper 3, then they are appearing for paper 6, or we can say paper 5. But as I told you, that most of the schools, they are choosing paper 6 here. So these are the 3 assessments for which you have to appear. And those students who are appearing for the extended examination, they're appearing for paper 2, then they're appearing for paper 4, and then they're appearing for paper 6 or paper 5, depends upon that particular school, that particular institutions, or the choice of the student itself. But extended students, they have to write these 3 assessments, and the core students, they have to write these 3 assessments. In another session, I will explain you about the paper 1, paper 2. I will bring some samples. I will tell you that how examination paper is coming. If you have a look, the weightage of the assessment objectives, total weightage of this IGCSE Physics 0625, out of that 50% weightage, that is just knowledge with understanding. You have to make sure whatever you are learning, you are understanding that as well. And then 30%, that is handling information and problem solving. In this 30%, most of the times you will be given the data, you have to use a formula and you have to calculate some answer. Sometimes you will be given the graph and you have to use the features of the graph, like area under the graph, gradient of the graph, and you will come up to the final answer. 30% of that. And the third assessment objective, AO means assessment objective. So the third assessment objective, that is only 20% with the experimental skills. So we have 3 assessment objectives: knowledge with understanding, AO1; assessment objective 2, handling information and problem solving; assessment objective 3, experimental skills and investigation. If you have a look here, we have paper 1 and paper 2. Knowledge with understanding in paper 1 and paper 2 means multiple choice exam paper. 63% knowledge with understanding, 37% examiner is covering handling information and problem solving, and examiner is not taking any question from the experimental skills and investigation in paper 1 and paper 2, means in the multiple choice. While in paper 3, the weightage is same. You can see 63% is knowledge with understanding, and handling information and problem solving is the 37%. And examiner is not taking any question from the experimental skills and investigation. While if you see papers 5 or paper 6, it is totally based upon the experimental skills and the investigation 100%. That means all these 3 assessment objectives are equally important, because either you'll be assessed in paper 1 and paper 2, which is a multiple choice assessment, or handling information and problem solving, which will be assessed in paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3 and paper 4 as well, and experimental skills investigation, that is the 100%, which will come in paper 6. If you see here, Cambridge assessment zone, it's very important for you to know that from which zone do you belong. Cambridge schools are allocated to one of the 6 administrative zones. Each zone has its own specific timetable, means the country-wise the zones are there. If you want to know exactly that your country, your location, your place, from which zone does it belong, so what you have to do, you have to go to the link, on this link which has been given over here, and when you will click on this link, you will be able to access this website. This is the Cambridge website. You can see over here administrative zone. It's mentioned here that each location is allocated to one of the 6 administrative zones. This helps us, means to the Cambridge, to maintain exam security and manage the timetabling of the Cambridge exams as well. So what do? Just you will select your location from here. You will click on this arrow. You will get the list of the countries. You will choose your country and you will click on get administrative zone. So you will get the administrative zone here. In the description of this video, I'm going to put the link, this link as well. So it will be easy for you to access this website. So you can see over here, when we have chosen United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Arabian Standard Time, and we clicked on the get administrative zone, we are getting zone 4. It means if you are living in Sharjah, you are living in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, in UAE, anywhere, so you belong to zone 4 here. Why it is important to know? Because when Cambridge, they are setting the assessments. So the assessments are based upon the zone itself, because each assessment has the different variants. Then based upon those variants, they are making you know the variants they are making based upon the zone. Okay, now you can have a look here. Guided learning hours, they are 130, means you have to cover 130 guided learning hours to complete the syllabus and to learn the syllabus. How you have to cover? Either you will attend the classroom lessons face to face with your teacher, you will attend supervised practical work activities, scheduled online classes. These classes may be on the Zoom, on the team, weekend classes will be there. Supervised study, maybe you are in the library, you are in the laboratory, and you are doing some research work, you are going through the contents. Then teacher-led group work, so that's a collaborative work, cooperative work can be done, discussion can be there, seminars can be there, tutorials maybe can be used. Then sometimes you're writing the assessment under supervision. These assessments are basically assessments for learning, uh, and you'll get the idea that how you have to write the answers in the examination. Remember, 130 hours doesn't mean that Cambridge is stick with 130 hour. It is just guideline. It depends upon the learner. Maybe the learner needs 140, 145, or the learner need only 120. It depends upon the background of the learner, his previous knowledge, and opportunities to learn uh, inside the classrooms. Now, you can see over here variant zone 4, the variants of the zone 4 assessments. You can see 0625, that is the code of the IGCSE Physics. Paper 2, as I told you, extended students are writing multiple choice, while this 2 is the variant. It means zone 4 students they are writing the second variant for paper 2, paper 4, and paper 6. I have shown you here. This is Physics IGCSE 0625 multiple choice exam paper, the cover sheet. You can see over here it is 062522. It is May June 2023 examination series paper. So what does it mean? That it's the paper 2 and the second variant of 0625. And you can see it is a multiple choice for extended. And you can see over here the theory paper, paper 4. It is for May June 2023. 0625 paper 4, and this too shows us that it is the second variant, so it means it belongs to the zone 4. You can see here this is the next page of the paper 4. You can have a look here, the questions are there. At the bottom of the page you can see it is written 0625 42 MJ23. What does it mean? That 0625, it is the code of the syllabus, it is physics. Paper 4, it is a theory paper. 2, it is a variant. May June means June examination series. 23 means year 23. So it means this is the paper 4, second variant of May June 2023 of IGCSE Physics 0625. But if, for example, you find like this 0625 42 O N23, so it means that it is IGCSE Physics syllabus, paper 4, second variant, October, November, which generally we call the November series 2023. So it means you got the idea that how you have to know that either this paper belongs to variant 2, variant 3, variant 4. When you will see the past exam papers, you may have variant 1, you may have variant 2, you may have variant 3 as well, means 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. I hope so that you got the complete idea of this one. If you got the idea, then it's your turn. If you have understood the concept, answer uh, these four quick questions. Three questions I have put them here. Fourth, I'm telling you verbally. I did not write the fourth question here, but you have to answer the four questions here in the comment section below. Question number one: do you know how many guided learning hours are required to complete the IGCSE Physics syllabus 0625? Question number two: from which Cambridge administrative zone are you watching this video? Question number three: can a student write combined science and physics in the same examination series? Share your thoughts. And question number four: what you have to do in the comments, just you have to write either you are writing the extended examination or core. If you are writing the extended examination, that which combination you will write. Any paper, you have three assessments, so which three assessments you have to write. And if you're writing the core examination, then in that case, which three assessments you have to write. So these four quick questions you have to answer in the comments. So from there, we'll get the idea that yes, our learners, they understood that how the assessments will be there and how they will be assessed in the Cambridge examination for IGCSE Physics 0625. Remember, learning becomes more powerful when it is shared. Subscribe now and share this video with your friends so that many more students can benefit and achieve success in physics.